Connections. I'm Marty, your host. Glad you're joining us today at this very end of October as we've flown through the month. Looking forward to Halloween. And then, of course, November, the holidays coming up, and one of my favorites, Thanksgiving. But we've got a great show for you today. Guests that are doing major things in our community and making a difference and supporting it in ways that you'll get to hear about today. My first guests are Michelle Brian, and she's the development coordinator, and I've got Billy Joe Stedman, who is the volunteer coordinator with Prescott Meals on Wheels. And the title Prescott Meals on Wheels can be misleading, but they serve the whole Quad Cities area, including our community of Prescott Valley. So welcome, ladies. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Good to have you.
Good morning.
Okay, so I kind of opened it up there with a little bit of saying you have a bigger world than what people might normally identify you with the title of Prescott Meals on Wheels. So let's talk about what you do and how people can take advantage of the services so that nobody goes hungry.
Okay, yeah, great. Been in the Prescott area since 1973 and have been starting to deliver into Prescott Valley in 2017. So we provide 3 essential services. One is we deliver a hot, nutritious meal Monday through Friday to people who are homebound, or I should say adults who are homebound. We provide a wellness check, which means that we just make sure that they're safe, and if they need assistance, then our volunteers are trained to be able to take that a step further. And then we also provide moments of companionship to help with social isolation.
Now, is that part of the meal delivery service, that when they bring the meals, they spend some time with the client?
They do.
And actually, sometimes for those folks that are homebound, that might be their only connection to folks on the outside. You know, you don't know what their life circumstances is, whether or not they have family or regular visitors. And so that could be their main connection to the outside world.
Correct, yeah. For some, it is, for sure. They don't have any family or friends, or maybe they just don't even go outside, or they're physically unable to.
Oh, what a service that you provide. And the hot, nutritious meal, obviously so important in well-being.
And we've got a wonderful chef, and the food is fantastic, and we set a menu out for the whole month so everybody knows what they're getting. And even though we only deliver Monday through Friday, when it comes time for the weekend, if somebody does need meals on the weekend, we provide them frozen meals on Friday to last through the weekend.
Wonderful.
Same with holidays, we do that too.
How many meals do you provide to the homebound right now? Are you providing?
We provide about 450 meals a month.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how does somebody take advantage of the services of Prescott Meals on Wheels? I mean, can they call up and say, I'd like to order lunch in? No. How do they take advantage of that and get on that list to receive those meals?
It is just as easy as making a phone call, for sure. And then our client services coordinator will ask a couple of questions. And there's only 2 criteria that somebody needs to meet. One is, are they able to drive and go get food themselves? Or are they physically or cognitively able to prepare food safely in their home?
Right.
If it's one or the other that they can't do, then that's where we are able to help.
Now, do these clients pay for those meals?
Some do. If they have the income to be able to pay the $7, then yes. If they can only pay $5 or $1.50, then that's what they give.
Now, is that a application process, so that money comes from somewhere?
The rest of the money comes from, if they don't qualify through the state for subsidized meal, then the rest comes from the provider pay. So the provider is us, it's you, it's our community. That's where sponsorship, donors, planned giving, grants, all that money comes in.
Do you qualify for the Arizona tax credit?
We do. Yep.
Wonderful.
We do.
Wonderful. That's a great opportunity for folks to take advantage of that and making sure that their money is directed to an organization that's actually serving the people in our own community. Keeps it here.
It does. Yes, it does.
And so that's an ongoing thing right now when you're looking at your 2019 taxes and preparing for that, and you have that little extra income that you think you might be having to pay a little bit out in taxes. Look to one of our local charitable organizations, because I can't speak highly enough to keeping that money locally.
Yeah.
And that's also, again, a match on your Arizona state tax, which is always a good thing.
Right.
Yeah. So you talk about you provide it, but they don't get billed for this, do they?
If they pay themselves, then yes, we'll provide them with an invoice to pay. But otherwise, if it's just provider pay and we're supplementing the meal, then no, nobody's billed.
Right.
they know that their meal's covered for.
In addition to the service of providing Meals on Wheels, going out into serving somebody in their home, you also have a wonderful, I would call it almost a restaurant, but your what do you call it?
Dining room. We have a
Dining
cafe.
room.
Yeah.
Your cafe, absolutely. And people can come there and have a hot, nutritious meal for a very nominal cost.
Yep. Yeah, it's $6, or if you're over 60, then it's a suggested donation of $5. But we just renamed it the Cafe on Rosser. So we're literally on Rosser in the Rowley P. Simmons Community Center.
Right. And what are the hours that you serve lunch there?
11:45 to 11:15 to 12:45.
And does somebody need to make a reservation?
No.
No, not at all.
We hope we get to that
just
point.
walk in.
There you go. Well, it's a wonderful opportunity. Again, also, if you do live alone, or, it's a way to get out and meet people in the community, a place to go and have lunch with somebody, and you're not by yourself eating a cold sandwich in front of the TV.
Right.
It's a good place for that. So let's talk about volunteers. I'm sure there's people that are watching saying, well, that sounds like something I'd really like to help with.
We have 4 different volunteer opportunities.
Okay.
When people think of Prescott Meals on Wheels, they usually think of our drivers, but it's much more than that. We do have 16 routes that go out daily, Monday through Friday, Prescott and Prescott Valley, and we have over 180 volunteers total. With our drivers, all of our drivers are required to have a level 1 fingerprint clearance card because we are more than a meal. We are going into the client's home and making sure they're okay, walking through their house, and providing socialization. So they do need to have a level 1 fingerprint card. And sometimes we have permanent routes available, and if not, we always accept applications for substitute drivers that are able to drive occasionally when the permanent driver is on vacation or unavailable.
And then what are the other volunteer opportunities you were
We
talking
have
about?
kitchen volunteers that come in daily. Typically, their shift is from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. They have 6 volunteers that come in each morning and package all the freshly baked food for the drivers to take out. Each client gets a hot meal and a cold pack. So they have a hot pack and a cooler that they take out with them. The volunteers are preparing the dining room for lunch service, as well as preparing the meals to go out with the drivers. So they serve and they talk to the congregate guests that come in, visit, clear trays, serve them. We always have openings or the need for substitute volunteers.
I can't imagine something more fun if you're retired, something to do.
It's all about the socialization.
Exactly.
Whether it's for the clients come in just as much for the food as they do the socialization. And we also, the volunteers, I think, volunteer to give back as much as they do to build their own community of friendship and socialization.
And you have a lot of fun programs that you do over there also as part of the daily activities. And you were mentioning something coming up, Halloween?
Yeah, we have a fundraiser. We've called it a Spooky Speakeasy. Sits on top of the Elks Theater, which is just a lovely space. And it was a silent auction package that one of our volunteers won and then donated it to us. So it's it's a party for 50, and it's food by El Gato Azul. Barry from El Gato is also in a jazz band, so his jazz band's playing. There's costume contests. There's casino games.
Now, is this open to the public?
It is open to the public, yeah. It's a $50 ticket, and it's on Halloween night from 6 to 9 p.m. on top of the Elk. So if you go to our website, which is PrescottMealsOnWheels.com, and click under News and Events, you'll find it.
What a great
under there.
idea. What a nice, fun way to spend Halloween. You know, if you've got kids that are older that are no longer into trick-or-treating or any of that, it's come on out, and a great fundraiser for, obviously, you guys that make such a big difference in the community. So if somebody wanted more information about either signing up for Meals on Wheels or volunteering, where would they go?
They could call our office for a brief phone interview or intake, and they could also come into our office at 1280 East Rosser Street. And they could, if they're interested in volunteering, they can call myself, Billy Joe Stedman, at 928-445-7630, and I can be reached at extension 600.
And where exactly are you located, Michelle?
So it's 1280 East Rosser Street. So there's a Rowley P. Simmons Community Center just up Rosser as you go up the hill. So we share the space with the Adult Center, Prescott, and we're to the left. The Adult Center's to the right.
Right off of Highway 89.
Yeah.
There you go. Make a ride off of Ross or
Between 89 and Willow Creek.
There you go. Well, thank you both for joining us again, keeping people fed, socialized, watching out for our community members. We appreciate Prescott Meals on Wheels. Billy Joe, Michelle, thank you so much. Whoops.
Thank
We're
you
gonna
for
take a
having
short break.
us.
Dora knows better than anyone. The best place to explore is the forest.
She knows this monkey? Of course, she knows this monkey.
Experience nature,
Let's go.
connect with family,
I love you guys.
and find your own adventure in a forest or park near you.
Let's do this. Come on, Boots.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
And welcome back to Community Connections. My next guest is new to the community. We're really excited to have her, Erin Maybury. She is the executive director of Big Brothers Big Sisters. Welcome, Erin.
Well, thank you for having me, Marnie.
So how long have you been on the job?
I was hired about a year and a half ago as director of operations, and they put me in as interim about a year ago in October, and I've been in the position officially for about 6 months.
Well, congratulations.
So thank you.
And welcome. Give us a little bit about your background. I mean, I was looking at your bio, and really kids and young people are your passion.
Yeah, actually, kids and community and families. I have a big background in early childhood education, but also I'm just really passionate about healthier families in our community and how that looks in our community, and how that helps us develop as communities, being able to have healthier families. So when I came on board with Big Brothers Big Sisters, that mission just seemed to fit really well, being able to mentor kids and being able to mentor even adults.
Right.
So professional development is another one of my little passions. So anyway, just a bigger picture with the communities, tying the communities. When I came on board, it was one of my tasks to help bridge the two communities of the Quad City area and the Verde Valley area.
Right.
So we've been working towards that as well.
So you do have a Big Brothers Big Sisters office in the Verde Valley.
We do. Unfortunately, they don't get to see me that much, but I do drive over here from the Verde. I live in the Verde, and I serve on other boards and things over there. I'm actually board chair this year at the chamber. So
Cottonwood Chamber.
Cottonwood
Shout out
Chamber.
to my friend Christian.
we love Christian.
Yes. So let's talk about Big Brothers Big Sisters. It's an organization well-established, well-known, outstanding activities and programs, and again, one of the biggest galas that this community's ever sees every year in November. So
Coming up.
let's kind of talk a little bit about that coming up, remind people when it is, and so they can have the opportunity to support Big Brothers Big Sisters through that. And then maybe some other programs that you're looking at as far as connecting that organization with the community.
Yeah, absolutely. So our gala, yes, it's coming up November 16th. We're so excited. Up and Away this year is our theme. We have some great activities that are going to be happening alongside of that. We have an art contest for the community, actually.
Wow.
We'll be launching this week. We already have it started over in the Verde, so you can kind of check that out at azbigs.org and look at our website and see some of the great art that has been submitted. We asked the schools to participate, and they actually decorated these beautiful balloons that we'll be displaying at the gala itself. So come and check that out, and come participate. We're still looking for sponsors for that. Know that this gala is our biggest fundraiser of the year, and it really helps us match kids to bigs, and that mentoring piece is just so important in our day and age.
Right.
Definitely.
So they can make reservations how?
So they can go to azbigs.org and make their reservations. We have a few tables left, so people need to kind
It
of
does
hurry.
sell out. I'm just saying, it's a
sell out.
great event. And this
Lots of
year you
fun.
have dueling bartenders, and Raskin Jewelers donates an amazing, auction item, the raffle.
year, yeah.
Every year, Greg. I just love him. Saturday, November 16th, and it's at the Prescott Resort. So azbigs.org for more information on that. And let's talk about back to the programming, because you mentioned it, talking about this, and the money needed to make matches. Let's talk
Yes.
about the need for matches right now.
We need bigs. We always need bigs. We have lots of children to serve in the Verde and in the Prescott Quad City areas, and we have a lot of bigs. I think in Prescott Valley alone, we have 93 that are, I think, is our wait list.
On the waiting list.
On the wait list. So
And most of those are boys, too, aren't they?
most are
they not?
boys, so we're
Yeah.
looking for male bigs. And or female bigs. Family bigs are great.
Right.
When we look at couple matches and family matches, those are certainly just as impactful. So that mentoring piece for those kids is so important.
And you mentioned those other matches because a lot of people will look at it and say, wow, the responsibility to being a big to a little. But it doesn't have to be, like you said, as an individual. That's a great opportunity. But the fact is a family match brings that child into the family and is part of just the daily activities a family might do. And then couples. You don't necessarily have to have children.
Right.
You could be older, maybe your kids are grown.
Maybe
and you want to
your
give
kids
back.
have 4 legs.
Mine do.
Mine that are at home do too.
Yes.
So yeah, the matches are so important, and we see kids with so many more challenges these days. We were just listening, about our food impoverished people, and we are so. Our communities, both communities that I serve, are so rich in resources, and we're so lucky because we have a lot of great people that are willing to give, willing to give their time. A match, we ask for about 8 hours a month. For
8 hours.
8 hours a month for a big to commit to a little.
Right.
And it, honestly, it changes their lives. I hear these wonderful stories of the bigs, not just the littles, but it really impacts the bigs too. So they get to give, they get to, give back to the community in a big way.
Right.
A little way, but also a big way.
Right. And there's so many things to do here, and you do a lot of programs too geared towards the bigs and littles, that there's no shortage of things to do. I mean, you say, I don't know what I'd do with them. Well, call me, because, there's calendars full of activities and weekend events, things going on, that is a perfect opportunity to get it, or just get out in the outdoors. Sometimes those kids, that's all they need, because they don't get that in their normal daily
Right.
life.
Going outside, just talking on a phone, being there for them, playing basketball, playing catch. Some of these kids don't get that in their home life. So
Sometimes the best gift you can give is the gift of time.
that's right.
So, also, Yavapai Big Brothers Big Sisters also qualifies for the Arizona tax credit. We want to mention that again because we can't say that enough as you're facing, the end of the year and preparing for your 2019, taxes. That again, a community, an organization that does so much could so much benefit for you. How much does it take to make a match? Is about each match?
The number has been about $1,300 for
Right.
a long time, but we're finding that it's a bit higher than that. So as inflation and
Right.
So when we're looking at a contribution, an $800, $400, $800 contribution, those are portions of a match.
But it's priceless.
But it is
The
priceless.
difference you can make is priceless.
Definitely.
Erin Mayberry, Executive Director, Yavapai Big Brothers Big Sisters. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having
and welcome.
me. Thank you.
Short break.
Come on! Go, Diane! Yeah, keep it going! Yeah! Go, honey!
If you love them enough to drive an hour to cheer them on as they get beat 11-0 in the rain, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're correctly buckled in the back seat.
Throw that ball, Diane! Woo! You got this!
And welcome back to Community Connections. My next guest is Angie Bryan. She's the Coordinator of Philanthropy and Planning for Yavapai Regional Medical Center Foundation. Welcome, Angie. And my dear friend, star of Stage and Screen. We just have such a good time at theater. But Angie's doing an amazing job with the Yavapai Regional Medical Center Foundation. And this month being October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Angie's wearing her pink. I wear my pink on Fridays at the chamber, but we're here to talk about the activities because you've planned a whole month full of different, well, even into November, of, you know, I use the word celebrating, but remembering, recognizing breast cancer awareness. 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer in there. And so with those statistics, it's to put it to the forefront. And being a survivor myself, I understand the importance of regular mammograms and understanding that no matter what you think your health care, you could be at risk. So this is great. You have some amazing programs, Angie. Let's talk about some of those.
We are just so thankful. Every year, different organizations from around the area step forward to raise funds for YRMC's Breast Care Center right here in Prescott Valley at our East Campus. So, gosh, I want to review a few of them just to make sure that I'm not leaving anybody out. Barrett Propane has been a long-term supporter. Carmela's Italian Restaurant.
Well, let's go back to Barrett. They always have those, they do
The pink truck.
a portion of the gas and the pink truck and donates back, and they've been doing this for years.
They do.
And so thank you to
One of
them.
our longest supporters. It's
Yes.
fantastic. One of our new ones is Carmela's Italian Restaurant, offering raspberry waffles and a strawberry prosecco for dinner.
We've gotta go there.
A surprise. I think so. Raspberry waffles
yes.
sounds amazing. Daily Courier has been a long-term supporter with their pink pages that gets out a lot of informational in their version, their pink pages. So one of the fun ones we've got going on is at the Fusion of Movement Dance Studio here in Prescott Valley.
I'm doing that Monday. I'm not sure I'll survive Sasha Naz and her.
You will. You can do it.
She's amazing, but I'm there to support that. So Monday night.
Monday night, the 28th at 5:30. It's going to be a combination this year of Zumba, cardio, and pound, which is really fun. If you're not familiar with that, get online and see what that's all about. So for a donation, and there's a lot of different raffle prizes available as well. So do come out for that if you can. Greenlee Designer Surfaces, our local Pizza Hut and Taco Bell restaurants are selling their little cutout pink boots that get displayed throughout the restaurants there. Homes and Land Magazine, Chimera Photography and Design in Sedona. Moyer's Heating and Cooling, local to PV as well, is donating a portion of their proceeds from October services. And NAZ Sons is going to be having their breast cancer awareness night right at the Findlay Toyota Center, and that's going to be on November 23rd.
November 23rd, I will be there. I think we should
Yay.
just cover the place in pink and support them in that, because they did that last year, the year before. I've been doing it a couple of years now, but it's an amazing night. Not only great basketball, but again, raising the money for the Breast Care Center.
Oh, it's
Thank you, Sons.
powerful. Yeah, thank you. And Pink Patch Project is underway now with both
Yes.
the Prescott and Prescott Valley Police Departments selling their commemorative patches that are collectibles as well, that are available for sale at our Breast Care Center and both YRMC gift shops. And those are the same that are worn on the uniforms during
Right.
the month of October.
And I think they're only $5.
Yeah, that's correct.
So they're very
Exactly right.
reasonable to have something like that. I purchased mine from the Police Foundation to support it, so.
Oh, fantastic. So we've got Texas Roadhouse doing an October promotion for their food items. Tri-City Nights Car Show, and Yavapai College is having their volleyball game tournament called the Cactus Battle Against Cancer, and that's going to be on October 30th at Yavapai College in the Walraven Gym there. And what's so fantastic about all these different things going on, and you can see the full list of them on the yrmc.org website under the support and community area, but they really help in supporting breast care health and screening for people with limited resources if they're struggling financially, and this can even extend into transportation vouchers, food resources, house cleaning services, even wigs for people working in professional environments that need to maintain appearance. So all these things are very powerful for people who are really struggling financially to just provide for their own treatment, let alone all the things that the body can just get so taxed out by treatment.
Right.
So anyway, it's really nice to be able to support all that. It also supports the purchase of advanced equipment like our 3D breast tomosynthesis program program, which ladies like me with more dense breasts, it's very difficult to read with standard mammography that breast tissue. So that equipment helps us do that as well.
Right.
And serves our entire community for that. So it's all these little things that band together to make a big difference in our patients' lives. So your donations really help with that. Outside of our YRMC patient revenue, because we don't qualify as for tax credit because of that patient revenue stream. It's our donors, from the community, people like you and me, that really help make the difference for our patients. So.
And support it.
Absolutely. So.
And the Breast Care Center is an amazing place because having gone through it and from diagnosis to, eventually surgery, but all the testing in between was all done there with quality physicians and nursing staff and everyone just is ready to take care of you and help you fight through what you're dealing with. And we're so fortunate to have it right here in our community. It's probably one of the, other than going to maybe the Valley with, a bigger and much more endowed centers. We are just blessed to have that right here. And the opportunity, there's no reason not to get a mammogram, ladies, because like Angie said, the opportunity to have some of the costs, if you don't have the income, limited income, getting it done at a reduced cost, or in some cases, it's done for free because of the donations and the support of businesses and organizations that actually hold fundraisers during this time.
Yes, exactly. So please support these organizations out there that are stepping forward to raise these funds for our Breast Care Center to improve everything for women and men in our community. In addition to supporting events like this, we of course always welcome memorial and tribute donations through the YRMC Foundation. You can email us for more information at foundation@yrmc.org, or you can always give us a call at 928-771-5686. So we're always happy to help you out with that.
Well, and October is always where breast cancer awareness is at the forefront, but this is a year-long opportunity to support the Breast Care Center and your own health. So again, right now we've really targeted on it, but at any time you can make a donation and support it. And I did say today that I recently found a friend of mine her husband was diagnosed with breast cancer and was really appreciative of the Breast Care Center and her man cave and the services he receives. So it's all about all of us. So Angie Bryan, thank you so much. Again, lots of things going on. Take advantage and support our Breast Care Center, YRMC. Angie Bryan, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Marnie.
Thank you for here. Have a great 2 weeks.